Good Saturday morning, everyone. This is the view we're going to have for much of the day. This is the pre-dawn shot here, but you see the Southwest Freeway wet. You can expect that throughout the region right now because we do have a flash flood watch in place. Here's our Avenida Houston camera shot looking over the George R. Brown downtown Discovery Green area where the temperatures in the 50s, 54 at Hobby, Galveston 66 degrees, but we're going to have that flash flood watch into place all the way through today. We're going to have steady rainfall off and on. This afternoon it will continue with those temperatures in the 50s. Then tonight we'll continue to watch the streams and the bayous because when we have that continued rainfall, it's got to go someplace, and that's in the streams and the bayous out to the Gulf. And so we'll be keeping an eye on all of that because they could obviously rise and cause some issues. Flash flood watch until midnight Monday. So that lets you know how much time we've got to be watching all of these things. So the amount expected, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches expected for the region, but sometimes we get those heavy bands coming through. That drops even heavier rain, so it's possibility in some of those areas 8 to 11, although, as I said, the 2 to 3 inch categories the closest. Off the coast here, we've got a coastal flood warning as well because of the easterly winds that continue to be in play. You notice the curvature of the coastline there causes problems there. Elevated easterly wind causing high tides on Bolivar Peninsula, 3 to 3.5 feet high. The tides there causing some overwash on Highway 87 and 124. So that's something to keep in mind. Here's the exact track radar look as we're doing it at 5 o'clock. You know, it's a nice little gap there because all of this has been moving through in the overnight hours. Most of this you see yellows is light to moderate rainfall. The green is actually the very lightest, but moderate rainfall hasn't been heavy downpours, but we see lightning now coming up with some of the storms that are up in northeast, northwest Harris County, up in Montgomery County here. We'll put this in motion here back for the last 3-4 hours here, and you see the flow coming up to the north. A lot of the rain moving out, but we still see these isolated pockets where we see thunderstorms there as well, and that's going to be the trend. The heaviest rain right there in Galveston, right off the coast as well. And that's where we expect most of the heaviest rain, but I want to pull this out for you to see even the flow. This is where the moisture is coming from, this Pacific moisture coming in all the way from the south and the Pacific, and also from the Gulf. We've got moisture as well. All of that coming in to cause all the rain that we see throughout the state of Texas is a big part of what's going on. Here's a Futurecast model showing the rain that kind of initializes pretty well, showing the rain that's just now moved up to the north. Put this in motion for the next several hours, going to the noon hour into 6 o'clock. You see the heaviest rain moving on out, but still Houston stays in rain off and on. At least it's not the consistent reds that come through, but isolated areas come through there on a regular basis through the day, not only today, but into tomorrow as well. Here's a tighter shot showing the heaviest rain. It's 10 o'clock this morning. Heavy rain down in Galveston and over in Trinity Bay, over toward Chambers County. Big gaps there in the middle of our viewing area, but then by 1 o'clock this afternoon, isolated storms as well coming through. You notice we get to 5 o'clock, we start to see a little bit of a gap there as well into the overnight hours, but that's what continues all the way through over the next couple of days here. In terms of rainfall amounts, going through Monday time period, this shows 3 to 5, almost 6 inches in some places, more than 6 in Galveston, and that's going to be over 3 days. So it's not all at one time, but it is going to be over a 3-day or 2.5-day period of time. So we will have rain, and some of it will start to cause some problems if we keep consistently getting that heavy rain. But in the last 24 hours, Jamaica Beach almost 3 inches, Galveston Causeway 2.5, Bolivar 1.9, Tomball 1.6. So the rain is building up. It is not a day to be out on the water. Small craft advisories with winds 15 to 25 knots, seas 6 to 10 feet. Stay out of the water if you can. Here's the Power Planner with the hour-by-hour forecast with those rain chances high all the way through. Your 10-day forecast shows rain as well, heavy for Saturday and Sunday. Backing off Monday afternoon, we have sunshine and colder weather toward the end of the week. Enjoy.